ॐ शुक्लां भरतरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्वजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா. வாகர்த்தாவிவ சம்பிருக்தௌ வாகர்த்த பிரதிபத்தயே ஜகதः பிதரौ வந்தே பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வரौ. ஸ்ரீ பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வராभ्यां நமः। कोमलं पूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचरगुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृते कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन् हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरणभ्यर्थितानपि अर्थान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी ध्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्त्यव्रजोऽयम्। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशी विभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलादरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വിണ്ടുമീരക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചനാനിർഹോടായി ഏതീനു മന്യാനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ടാത്തോരു രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കെന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for accommodating the change in time for today. All right. So we'll just do a quick review of 34. We have done like 8 stanzas. Ravi, you can do one half, and Suganya, you can do the other half. 4 each.
Dasakam 34. Srimad Ramayanam Hanumas Samaga Paryantam. Girvanair Adhyamano Dasamukanidanam Gosale Sprishya Sringe Putrya Mishtamishtva तदुषि दशरथ्क्ष्माप्रदे बायसाक्रिम् तद्भुक्त्या तत्पुरन्दरीष्वपि दृश्रुषु समं जातगर्भासु जातो रामस्त्वं लक्ष्मणेन स्वयमद भरदे शत्रुघ्न नाम्ना कोदण्डी कौशिकस्य कृद्वरमवितुं लक्ष्मणेनानुयातो यादो भूस्दादवाच तादवाच मुनिगदितमनुद्वन्द्वशान्तात्मकेदः नृणां त्राणाय पानैः मुनिवचनबलात् ताडकां पाडयित्वा लब्ध्वा स्मात् अस्त्रजालं मुनिवनमगमो देवसिद्धाश्रमाख्यम्.
The second line, after the Astra Jalam, there is a comma. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Astrajalam. Yeah, I see that. Yes, I mark பண்ணிருக்கேன்
No,
சொல்லல. मारीचं द्रावयित्वा मगशिरसि सरैः अन्यरक्षांसि निघ्नन् कल्यान् गुर्वन्नहल्यं परिपदरजसा प्राप्य वैदेहकेहम् बिन्दानश्चान्त्रचूडं धनुः अवनिसुताम् इन्दिरामेव लब्ध्वा राज्यं प्रादिष्टदास्त्वं त्रिभिरभिश्च समं भ्रातृवीरैः सुदारैः
Tadarehi, last word.
सदारैः yeah.
And then the second line, like Kurbanna Halyam, A sound. Okay, second line. Kalyam Kurbanna Halyam.
कुर्वन्न हल्याम कल्याम
Yeah, and the
निघ्नन्
A did not come. Yeah, keep it.
आरुन्ताने रुशान्ते भृगुकुलतिलके शङ्क्रमय्यस्वतेजो यादे यादोस्य योत्यां सुखमिह निवसन् कान्त्या कान्तमूर्ते शत्रुघ्ने नैकथादो गतवति भरदे मादुलस्यादिवासम् तादारप्तोऽभिषेकः तव किल विहदः केदया दीसपुत्र्या.
Suganya are able to do the other half. Oh, mute let kill.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh. From 5, right? Sorry,
Yeah,
I
5
had
to
the
8. Yeah, 5
recording
to 8.
changed.
Yeah.
तादोक्त्या यादकामो वनम् अनुजवधू संयुधश्चापतारः पौरर्नारुत्यमार्गे गुहनिलयकतस्त्वं जडाशीरदारि नवाशन्द्रियगङ्गाम् अधिपदविपुनस्तं भरद्वाजमारात्नत्वा तत्वाक्य हेदोः अधिशुगमवशस् चित्रकूटे गिरीन्द्रे.
Second line, Guha Nilaya Gataha, that is there. We removed it, put a visarga and comma. Guha Nilaya Gataha, Tvam Jatachiradadi. Okay. Keep going.
श्रुत्वा पुत्रार्ति किङ्नं खलु परदमुहात् स्वर्गयादं स्वदादं तप्तो तत्त्वाम्बु तस्मै निदतिद परते पादुकां मेदिनीं च अत्रिं नत्वादगत्वा वनमधिविपुलं तण्डगं चण्डगायं हत्वा दैत्यं विरादं सुगतिम् अकलयश्चारुभोः शारभङ्गीम्.
One second, Suganya. I mean, no mistakes on the words, but on the first line, third line, you are joining it. And the first line, kaparam, there is a comma, third line, kaparam, there is a comma. I felt like you were joining those two lines. It's just end of the line, there is a comma there. Okay. Okay.
नत्वाश्कत्स्यं समस्तासर निगरस्पत्राकृतिं ताबशेभ्यः प्रत्यश्रौषिः प्रयर्षि तदनु च मुनिना वैष्णवे दिव्यसाभे ब्रह्मात्रे साभितत्ते पदि पितृः सुहृदं वीक्ष्य भूयो जडायुं मोदात् कोदातडान्ते पदिरमषि बुरा पञ्चवट्यं वधूट्या.
And the first line end tapasebhyaha. There is a visarga there. First line end. And the last line ipo pari ramasi pura panchavatyam vadutya.
पञ्चवट्यां वधूट्या. प्राप्ताय शूर्पणख्याः मदनचलत्रोः. This word I didn't get.
Madana chala driter. You can break it that ra if you want. Driter arthanair nisahatma.
प्राप्ताय शूर्पणख्याः मदनचलत्रोर्ह अदनैर्निश्चहात्मा दां सौमित्रौ विसृज्य प्रबलदमरुषादेन निर्लूनानाशां दृष्ट्वैनां रुष्टचित्तं करमपि पतितं दूषाणं छत्रिमूर्तं व्याहीं शुराप्शरनप्यदुत शमदिकां तत्क्षणात् तोष्मा.
Yeah, the last word tat kshanat akshatoshma.
Tatshana Atshatoshma.
Correct. And the first line, just after the comma, that word, Dhriter Arthanair Nisahatma. Madana Chala Dhriter Ir Arthanair Nisahatma. Okay. Continue from next. So, like I said, 34, 35, 36 are tough dashakams. And then you'll get a break till dashakam 74. Till then it'll be, it'll be relatively easy. And then from 74, it becomes hard after 80s anyway. So, all right. So we'll continue from stanza 9. Pramila, you can be a student, and Hema, you can be a student. So we'll take our time doing 34 and 35. So how much of a time you need to break it and say it slow. Sodharya prokta varta vivasha dashamukha dishta maricha maya sarangam sarasakshya sprihita manugata pravadhir banaghatam tanmaya kranda niryapita bhavadanuja ravanasta maharshit tenartopettvamantah kimapi mudamadhaha tadvadhopayalabhat. So kind of going still through the Aranya Kandam. So in the last, where we left it was Kar and Dhushan, who were Ravana's cousins and everything. And then they were brothers of Shurpanaka. So we saw how they were gotten rid of. Then Shurpanaka came, and then how, she tried to propose to Rama, but didn't work. Then to Lakshmana, that also didn't work. And then I was telling how, the Shurpanaka actually wanted to get rid of Ravana because she had a problem with Ravana because he got rid of her husband. Some issue was there. So she finds out that these two people, brothers, Rama and Lakshmana, are very powerful. So the only people who can get rid of Ravana are actually that. So she goes and triggers Ravana by saying that there is this beautiful lady I actually saw in the forest who should be your wife, right? So with that, then Ravana then sends Maricha, who earlier Rama had left to go, but Maricha then takes a shape form for deer because he can take any shape he wants. He decides that it's better to die at the hands of Rama than to die at the hands of Ravana. So he then goes there. And then Ravana then comes as a sannyasi, which you all know the story. And then he abducts Sita there. And Rama says, while he's sad, he knows that this is Tad Vadhopaya Labhat. He said this is an opportunity because the whole one of the purpose of the Rama Avataram was to get rid of Ravana. So this now gave him the right trigger point to go and get rid of Ravana. Sodharya Prokta Varta Vivasha Dasha Mukhadishta Maricha Maya. So each of these words, you can clearly separate them out. Maricha, Maya, put a plus. sarangam, and then put a comma. Sarangam refers to the deer. So Maricha, who then came with this Maya powers, came in the form of a deer. So sarangam, comma, Sara Sakshya, Sprihitam Anugatah, put a F. Sprihitam Anugatah, Pravadhir Bana Ghatam. Sodharya Prokta Varta Vivasha Dashamukha Dishtamari Maya Sarangam Sarasakshya Sprihitam Anugata Pravadhir Bana Ghatam.
Sodharya
Pramila.
Yes, I can do it.
Oh, sorry. Priya, நீங்க மியூட்ல இருக்கல. Sorry.
Sorry. Sodharya proktavarta vivashadashamukha dishtamaricha maya sarangam sarasakshya sprihitamanugada pravadirbhanaghatam. Sodharya proktavarta Vivashadashamukha maya sarangam sarasakshya sprahitamanugata pravadirbhanaghatam.
Rajesh ji?
Yeah.
Gataf, right? Not Gatah. Gataf.
Gataf.
F.
Yeah, if sound. Yeah,
F sound.
F sound. Yeah. Gataf Pravadhir. Yeah.
Sodharya proktavarta vivashadashamukha maya sarangam sarasakshya sprihitamanugata pravadirbhanagatam. Sodharya proktavarta vivashadashamukha maya sarangam Sarasakshya sprihitamanugata pravadirbhanagatam.
Tan Maya Kranda Niryapita Bhavadanujam, comma, Ravanas Ta Maharshit, put it at the end of that line. Ravanas Ta Maharshit, comma. Next line, if we have two it there, one of the it will go away. Tenartopi Tvamantah, comma, Kimapi Mudhamadaha, that is goes away, Visarga, comma. So Tvamantah, comma, Kimapi Mudhamadaha, comma, Tad Vadhopaya Labhat. Tanmaya Kranda Niryapita Bhavadanujam Ravanasta Maharshite Tenartopi Tvamantah Kimapi Mudhamadaha Tad Vadhopaya Labhat.
Tanmaya kranta niryapita bhavadanujam ravanasta maharshita tenartopi tvamantah kimapi mudamadaha tadvadopaya labhat. Tanmaya kranta niryapita bhavadanujam ravanasta maharshita tenartopi tvamantah Kimapi mudamadaha tadvadopaya labhat.
Tanmaya kranda niryapita bhavadanujam ravanastam maharshit tenartopi tvamantah kimapi mudamadaha tadvadopaya labhat. Tanmaya kranda niryapita bhavadanujam ravanasta maharshit tenartopi tvamantah kimapi mudamadaha tadvadopaya labhat.
That's it. Bhuyastanvim vichinman ahrita dashamukah tvadvadhu madvadhene tyuktva yate jatayau divam ata suhridah pratanoh pretakaryam grinhanam tam kabandham jaganitam shabarim prekshapam patate tvam samprapto vata sunum vrishamuditamanah pahi vatalahisha. So when Rama and Lakshmana went, no, little bit transitioning from Aranya Kandam to Kishkinda Kandam at the very end of this. So when Rama and Lakshmana are going searching for it, then you come across Jatayu, who remember Rama had met earlier. We said Jatayu is Dasharatha's known friend, somebody. So he then, because the Jatayu knows who Rama and all, so when he then they meet, he's in a dying state. So he then says that I saw this person carrying Sita, I tried to help, but I cannot. And then with that Jatayu dies. And the Rama then performs Preta Karyam. He actually performs Sarpanam and the final rites to Jatayu there. And then you then give salvation to Shabari. So Shabari, is one of those women who is a great disciple of a rishi called Matanga Rishi. So she had devoted her entire life towards all of these activities. And before that Matanga Rishi died, he told her, no, when he was about to die, so she said that, no, I've been serving you all these years, and I also want to give up my life because you're my great guider, guru, and everything. So he says, no, no, you hold on, because one day Lord Rama is going to come here, and then your liberation is through Lord Rama. So she then spends decades waiting for Lord Rama to come. And then finally, when Rama and Lakshmana are on their search for Sita, they end up on Shabari's ashramam, which is actually there. And that's where, she picks up these fruits, which are actually this, this Nelikai, right? She picks up that from the ground, and then she's collecting and keeps for Rama. That's the only thing she has to give Rama. So when she's giving it to him, she wants to make sure Rama gets the best of those berries. So she bites and tastes and makes sure Rama gets the best berries. That was a devotion she had. And with that, eventually Shabari then gets liberated as well after having met with Rama. And then eventually you keep going, and then you meet Hanuman. So that's where this Dasakam comes to an end. You then meet Hanuman on the banks of the river Pampa. That's where you actually meet Hanuman. So Shabari, he meets on the bank of the river. Hanuman, he meets in the Kishkinda. So anyway, so the Shabari gets liberated, and you meet Hanuman, and then this Dashakam comes to an end. So the Kishkinda Kandam starts from the time Hanuman comes. So Bhuyastanveen Bichinvan. So here we're going to put a bunch of commas in the stanza so that there's various incidents happening. So Bichinvan. So the in and the na. So we're just going to break it. Bichinvan, comma. Next word starts with the a. Ahrita dashamukha. So the is goes away. Visarga, comma. Dashamukha. Tvad vadhum madhvadene tyuktva. So you have to kind of join that. Twadvadhum madhvadene tyuktva, comma. Yate jatayo divam. Again, break at that ma, divam, comma. Next word starts with a. Ata suhridaha, put a F, suhridaf. Pratanoho, put a F again, pratanov. Pretakaryam. I'll just repeat again. Bhuyastanveen bichinvan in, comma. Ahrita dasha mukaha, comma. Tvad vadhum madhvadene tyuktva. That comes together, comma. Yate jatayo divam. Ata, comma. Ata suhridav pratanov pretakaryam. Bhuyastan.
Suhrudah and Pratano
rendume F sound join because
F.
pa and pra are coming later. So
okay.
Okay. So
Rajesh,
sorry. So in the first line, tatvadhum or tadvadhum?
It's twadvadhum.
Twadvadhum.
Yeah. Okay, it's a twa sound. Twadvadhum madhvadene. Bhuyastanveen bichinvan ahrita dashamukah twadvadhum madhvadene tyuktva yate jatayo divam ata suhridah pratanov pretakaryam.
Rajesh, and the Tvatvadena Vadeneya.
In the line, Twadvadhum.
For second line, Twadvadhum Madvadhena Vadeneya.
Dene. Madhvadene tyuktva.
Okay, English Sanskrit na potrukku. Seri. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's why we're joining it. So the way it is it's madhvadena iti uktva. Okay. So and the na madhvadena plus iti plus uktva. is madvadene tyuktva.
Okay.
Okay. That's why we are joining that end of that line to the beginning of the previous line.
Okay.
Upon the E paid only, Rajesh ji?
Illa and the E and the ne added. The na madvadena plus iti and the E becomes madvadene.
Pratyuktva.
And the iti plus uktua becomes madvadene tyuktva. So it's just a sandhi, 3-word sandhi that is there, right? So when you're saying it, it's madvadene tyuktva.
Tyuktva. அப்போ ஈ பேடோ plus madvadene tyuktva த இருக்கும் இல்லையா
tyuktva. It and you, yu, tyuktva, tyu, tyuktva.
Tyuktva. Okay.
It's just like saying they and are, we're putting there in English, right? So one letter goes away and then it joins, and same logic, right? 3 words joined here.
भूयस्तन्वीं विचिन्वन् अहृददशमुखः त्वद्वधूं मद्वतेनेत्युक्त्वा याते जटायौ दिवम् अत सुहृदः प्रातनुः प्रेतकार्यम् भूयस्तन्वीं विचिन्वन् अहृददशमुखः त्वद्वधूं मद्वतेनेत्युक्त्वा याते जटायौ दिवम् अत सुहृदः प्रातनुः प्रेतकार्यम्
भूयस्तन्वीन् विचिन्वन् आहृतदशमुखः त्वद्वधूं मद्वदेनेत्युक्त्वा याते जटायौ दिवम् अत सुहृदः प्रातनोः प्रेतकार्यम् भूयस्तन्वीन् विचिन्वन् आहृतदशमुखः त्वद्वधूं मद्वदेनेत्युक्त्वा याते जटायौ दिवम् अत सुहृदः प्रातनोः प्रेतकार्यम्
गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जगनिथ शबरीं प्रेक्ष्य पंपातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं भृशमुदितमनाः पाहि वातालयेश एष गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जगनित शबरीं प्रेक्ष्य पंपातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं भृशमुदितमनाः पाहि वातालयेश
गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जघनिथ शबरीं प्रेक्ष्य पंपातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं भृशमुदितमनाः पाहि वातालयेश गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जघनिथ शबरीं प्रेक्ष्य पंपातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं भृशमुदितमनाः पाहि वातालयेश
गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जगनित शबरीं प्रेक्षय पंपातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं भृशमुदितमनाः पाहि वातालयेश.
The third line la prekshya half iksh prekshya pampadatetam.
Okay. गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जगनित शबरीं प्रेक्षय पंपातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं भृशमुदितमनाः पाहि वातालयेश.
Prekshaya, you are saying it's prekshya, not a fluksha. Okay. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Dasakam 35, continuation. Nita Sugriva Maitrim Tadanu Hanumata Dundubhe Kayamuchaihi Kshiptwangushtena Bhuyo Lulubita Yugapat Patrina Saptasanan Hatva Sugriva Gatyotyata Matula Balam Balinam Vyajavritya Varsha Venhamanaishi Biraha Taralitaswam Matangashramante. There's too many things. Ramayana is so big, right? And when you're giving an executive summary, you just touch on these things. So I'm going to just touch. I'm not going to get into too many details of everything that is there. So, Hanuman goes and tells Sugriva that Dasharatha's son Rama has come. He's looking for his wife. We have to help. Sugriva says, I'll help you, Rama, if you help me in first, which is to get my kingdom back from my brother Vali, who has also abducted my wife. Right? He says, you have to first help me, then I will help you. Rama says, okay, I'll help you. But how does Sugriva know that Rama is capable? So Sugriva, says that there used to be this asura called as Dundubi, who had body of a massive buffalo and horns and everything. He says Vali was able to defeat this Dundubi. Now the Dundubi's corpse, the bones and skeletons are still lying. I'll take you to that place. I want you, Rama, to see if you can at least lift that corpse. At least it tells you have some amount of strength to be able to defeat Vali. So Rama then, Kshiptva Angushtena, with the tip of your foot, Rama, you are able to kick that corpse, that skeleton remains of Dundubi, to a long distance. So he says, okay, one challenge, one thing met. The second thing he says is there's about 7 trees, Sapta Salan. He says that Vali, was able to, with his arrows to test Rama's strength of bows and arrows. He says Vali was able to, pierce through each of these trees, right, with one arrow each, because that is how massive those trees are. So Rama, in one arrow, you are able to pierce through all of these trees. So with all of these things, Sugriva comes to a confidence that Rama can potentially go and defeat Vali. Now, of course, then you all know the broad story of all of that Sugriva Vali combination fight and everything. Anyway, the net takeaway in this is with that, you then are able to go and defeat Vali and then, help Sugriva out, right? And then Sugriva is happy with it. And then the rainy season is starting. So at that time, you then go stay in the ashram of sage Matanga, because in the rainy season, the Chaturi Masam, they don't do anything. So you then go and reside in the ashram of the sage Matanga. Nitas Sugriva Maitrim Tadanu Hanumata, comma, Dundubhehe is there. Put a ich. Dundubeh Kayamuchehi, comma, Kshiptwangushtena Bhuyo, comma, Luluvitha Yugapat Patrina Sapta Salan. Nita Sugriva Maitrim Tadanu Hanumata Dundubhe Kayamuchehi Kshiptwangushtena Bhuyo Luluvita Yugapat Patrina Sapta Salan.
Rajesh, can you just review the commas one more time?
Yeah, and just in the after Tadanu Hanumata in the first line, and then the end of that line, Kayamuchehi. Then second line after the word Bhuyo.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Is it Luluvita or Lulavita?
Luluvitha.
Oh, Lulu. Okay, thank you.
துந்து பேக் அப்புறம் அது எப்படி அந்த விசர்கா போட்டிருக்கு இதுல அது எப்படி என் பண்ணுவாங்க
எந்த word?
துந்து
பே and the ka, because the word ka is coming later, it takes a h sound. So dundu be. So as if it's ending with a h.
Okay, thank you.
Nita Sugriva Maitrim Tadanu Hanumata Dundubeh Kaya Muchaihi Kshiptwangushtena Bhuyo Luluvitha Yugapat Patrina Sapta Salan. Nita Sugriva Maitrim Tadanu Hanumata Dundubeh Kaya Muchaihi Kshiptwangushtena Bhuyo Luluvitha Yugapat Patrina Sapta Salan.
Nita Sugriva Maitrim Tadanu Hanumata Dundubehkaya Muchaihi Shiptwangushtena Bhuyo Luluvita Yugapat Patrina Sapta Salan. Nita Sugriva Maitrim Tadanu Hanumata Dundubehkaya Muchaihi Shiptwangushtena Bhuyo Luluvita Yugapat Patrina Sapta Salan.
Hatva.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
Luluvitha, what is the meaning?
Lulu with that, I don't know what. I think I don't know what that means. I think that particular sentence, Lulu Vita Yugapat Patrina Saptasala, refers to with a single arrow you pierce through the seven sala trees, the type of trees. So Lulu Vita, I'm assuming, is something to do with cutting or piercing or something.
Oh,
No other, no main word or anything there.
yes.
Hatwa Sugriva Ghatodhyatam. So I'm just see that ma that is coming is better to break it there for you to say Ghatodhyatam Atulabalam and then a comma. Okay. Sugriva Ghatodhyatam Atulabalam, comma. Valinam Vyajavritya. Vali, V as in Victor. So in the oldest thing, the word Vali, Vrindavan all starts with a V. But in that area, Va becomes a Ba. So even the Braja Bhumi, they call Braj Bhumi. If you go to Vrindavan, Bihar area, the Va becomes a Ba, colloquial. So this Vali becomes Bali. When you see people say Bali, Bali, Sugriva, Bali, it's Vali is the original one. Just like how Brindavan is the original name, it becomes Brindavan because of the colloquial language differences. So here is Valinam Vyajavritya, comma, Varsha Vela Maneishihi, Visarga, comma, Varsha Vela Maneishihi. Then on top of the V, there is a Ir that goes away. Viraha Taralitas Tvam Matangashramante. So the comma is after Atula Balam in the third line, at the end of the line, and after Vasha Vela Maneshihi. Hatva Sugriva Gato Dhyatamatula Balam Valinam Vyajavritya Varsha Vela Maneshihi Viraha Taralitastum Matangashramante.
हत्वा सुग्रीवघातोत्यमतुलबलं
Sorry. Gatodhyatam, dhya sound. Gatodhyatam.
अतुलबलम्.
Yeah.
हत्वा सुग्रीवघातोत्यम् अतुलबलं वालिनीं व्याजवृत्या वर्षावेलामनैषीः विरहतरलितस्त्व मतङ्गाश्रमान्ते.
Again, the third line. Sugriva Ghatodhyatam.
Gatyotatham. Okay. Am I swallowing some letter?
Yeah. So Ga.
Yeah.
Ta Gato Dhyatam.
Dhyatam. Okay. Gato Dhyatam. Yes.
Yeah, the Dhya. Da and Ya.
Okay. Let me try. Hatva Sugriva Ghatodhyatam Atulabalam Valinim Vyajavritya Varshavelamanaishi Virahataralitastva Matankashramante. Was that correct?
You're saying Valinim, it's Valinam Vyajavritya.
Valinam Vyajavritya.
The rest were correct, yeah.
Rajesh,
Thank you.
Fourth line Viraha Taralitas Tvam. Yeah. Viraha Taralitas Tvam. Adukapram comma kadayadu.
Just Taralitas Tvam Matangashramante, which is a new word, Matangashramante.
Anga sa sound varama, Taralitas.
Because in case you have a visarga, if you don't have a is, if you have a visarga there, that becomes a is sound there. Okay, so if you don't, in the book like this, visarga is not there, is directly there. If you have a visarga, that becomes a is there.
Hatva Sugrivagatodhyatam Matulabalam Valinam Vyajavritya Varshavelam Manaishihi Virahataralitastvam Matangashramante. Hatva Sugrivagatodhyatam Matulabalam Valinam Vyajavritya Varshavelam Manaishihi Virahataralitastvam Matangashramante.
Rajesh, you are muted.
Sorry, I don't know how we got muted. Sugrivenanujoktia sabhayamabhiyata vyuhitam vahinim tam rekshanam viksha dekshu drutamata daita margana yavanam ram sandesham changulhiyam pavana sutakare pradisho modashali marge marge mamarge kapibhirapitada Tvatpriya saprayasaihi. So the fourth Chaturmasam, nobody's doing anything, right? Rama and Lakshmana are in that Matangashra sage ashramam. These monkeys, there's a lot of references to them drinking alcohol. So this 4 months of the period, they are all drunk. And later on, after finding Sita, also there is a reference to them drinking alcohol, celebrating. So these 4 months, these monkeys are all like completely dozed off, right? So now 4 months gets over, and Rama is like, okay, where is Sugriva, right? He said he's going to help me out. And so he sends Lakshmana there. And Lakshmana goes, and then because Sugriva is like just completely out. He's drunk. And, he's gotten his wife back also, right? Another she monkey. And they're all just reluctant. So Lakshmana gets very upset. He says, if my brother wants, he can wipe you all out in an instant. So, you committed to something, you have to stick up to it, right? So that's when Sugriva then, they all wake up and they're like, okay, we're going to help Rama out. And so they go marge, mamarge. They have no idea where to go at this point. So in all directions, the monkeys are sent. In all the directions, a lot of references in Ramayana of monkeys going way up north, way up east, west, all outside of India and all of that stuff. Anyway, so all these monkeys go in all different directions. And then to Hanuman, you then give this cha anguliyam. You then give your signet, you give your ring or Rama to Hanuman to go look. So because there's a greater probability that Hanuman might find it, so you give the ring to Hanuman. So they all go and they keep looking everywhere with a lot of effort. Sugrivenanu joktya, one word, sabhayam abhiyata, comma, vyuhitam vahinim tam. So put a im at the end of that line, comma, vahinim tam. Next line, the mr, if you have it, becomes a r. So rikshanam vikshya dikshu, comma, drutamata daita marganayava namram. One word. Daita marganayava namram. Sugrivenanujoktia sabhayam abhiyata vyuhitam vahinim tam rikshanam vikshya dikshu drutamata daita margana yavanam ram.
Rajesh, after Drutamata, is there a comma?
No, that goes continuously. Drutamata daita marganaya.
The Dayitam Arganaya. Okay.
Yeah, it just goes continuously. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Rajesh, Mabiyatam kaparam kama irka?
Mabiyata, first line now. First line after Sabhayam Mabiyata, comma, end of the line, comma, second line after Dikshu. Viksha Dikshu. Kind of halfway point, yeah.
Sugrivenanujoktia sabhayam abhiyata vyuhitam vahinim tam rikshanam vikshya dikshu drutamata dayita marganaya vanamram.
Second line familiar after Dikshu, the pause. Then Drutamata Dayita. Yeah.
Dikshu, okay.
Rajesh, Rukshanama, Rikshanama?
Rikshana.
Okay.
It's not quite a ru. It's a r. Rikshana. The sound.
Sugrivenanujoktia sabhayam abhiyata vyuhitam vahinim tam rikshanam vikshya dikshu drutamata dayita agarnaya vanamram.
So that one, Tamila, try to say that together. Daita marganayava namram. Daita marganaya.
Dayita marganaya vanamram.
Sugrivenanujoktia sabhayam abhiyata vyuhitam vahinim tam वृक्षाणां वीक्ष्य दिक्षु द्रुतमतदयितां मार्गणायावनं राम सुग्रीवेणानुजोक्त्या सभयमभियता व्यूहितां वाहिनीं तां वृक्षाणां वीक्ष्य दिक्षु द्रुतमतदयितां मार्गणायावनं राम
Sandesham Changuliyam, Pavana Sutakare Pradisho Modashali, Marge Marge Mamarge, Kapibhirapitada, Tvatpriya Saprayasaihi. So first line Changuliyam, end of the line. Next line after Mamarge and after Tada.
Rajesh, the first word, Sandesha.
Sandesham Changuliyam.
Sandesham Changuliyam. Okay.
Yeah, Cha Anguliyam. இந்த word.
Im sounda சாஞ்சாய் இங் சவுண்டா அது
இல்ல இம் அந்த அங்குலியம் வந்து இங்கு சவுண்ட் பட் சந்தேஷம் இஸ் இம் சவுண்ட்.
ஓகே
சாரி ராஜேஷ் சந்தேஷன்னு இருக்கு டெக்ஸ்ட்ல
ஆமா அது வந்து பிகாஸ் அந்த சா இஸ் கமிங் லேட்டர் ரைட் சம்டைம்ஸ் தே ரெஃபர் டு தட் இம் சவுண்ட் as a in sound. சான்ஸ்கிரிட்ல அது ரொம்ப டெக்னிக்கலி they sometimes refer it as a in because cha is coming. Either is okay. Sandesham individually it is sandesham, but when it comes in combination with cha it sometimes changes that sound. So that's why. Sandesham changuliyam pavana sutakare pradisho modashahi marge marge mamarge kapibhirapitada tvatpriya saprayasaihi.
सन्देशं चाङ्गुलीयं पवनसुधकरे प्रादिशो मोदशाली मार्गे मार्गे ममार्गे कविभिरपि तथा त्वत्प्रिया सप्रयासैः सन्देशं चाङ्गुलीयं पवनसुधकरे प्रादिशो मोदशाली मार्गे मार्गे ममार्गे कविभिरपि तथा त्वत्प्रिया सप्रयासैः
सन्देशं चाङ्गुलीयं पवनसुतकरे प्रादिशो मोदशाली मार्गे मार्गे ममार्गे कपिभिरपि तदा त्वत्प्रिया सप्रयासैः सन्देशं चाङ्गुलीयं पवनसुतकरे प्रादिशो मोदशाली मार्गे मार्गे ममार्गे कपिभिरपि तदा त्वत्प्रिया सप्रयासैः.
Stanza 3. त्वद्वार्ता कर्णनोद्यत् गरुदुरुजव सम्पाति सम्पाति वाक्य प्रोत्तीर्णार्नोदिः अन्तर्नगरि जनकजां वीक्ष्य दत्त्वाङ्गुलीयं प्रक्षुध्योद्यानम् अक्षक्षपणचनरणः सोडबन्धो दशास्यं दृष्ट्वा प्लुष्ट्वा च लङ्कां झटिति स हनुमान् मौलिरत्नं ददौ ते. So entire, what do you call Hanuman's journey, everything is kind of described in one stanza here, right? So it's very difficult to give explanation to this. But in the context of this, it says, so as they were going everywhere searching, the Hanuman and Angada, Jambavan, they all go towards south. So they reach a point where they're all very tired, because they're not able to find Sita and they're very depressed. And at that time, they find this another vulture-like creature there called as, Sampati. So at the time, before they meet Sampati, everybody is discussing, like Jambavan, everybody is lamenting out, saying that, that we are not able to find. So at that time, they're all tired and fatigued. So this Sampati is another vulture because it preys on after somebody dies, right? So it's waiting there, saying, okay, good. These monkeys are all going to die right now, and I'm going to prey on them. So at that time, Jambavan, he says out saying, what kind of a being are you? We are all struggling here, trying to find the wife of Rama. And we met another vulture who's Jatayu, who's so amazing. He's helping us find, Sita. But you as another vulture is waiting for us to die. So you seem to be the exact opposite of it. So when that Sampati heard the name Jatayu, he's like, what do you know about Jatayu? So then they tell about Jatayu. He says, Jatayu is my brother. Sampati and Jatayu are brothers. But Sampati, his wings had got burnt long time back, so he could not fly and all that. Anyway, so they tell the story of Rama to Sampati, and Sampati says, I know where, because he's able to see, he's able to visualize. He says, I know where Sita is. You have to cross over the ocean and go. So Sampati is the one who's actually giving them the route of how to actually go there. And then, Hanuman, being able to go there. She talks about how Hanuman goes there. And then once he goes there, he then finds Sita. He then gives the ring to Sita, and then she then gives, her should think back to clip her hair clip back to Hanuman. He then goes to Ravana's court. So you all know all that story of that actually happens there. So which we won't be able to finish. There's 2,300 stanzas of it in Ramayanam, right? Which is condensed into one. But the important thing I wanted to highlight here was I sent you all a video which you take a look at it later. The video talked about how when Bhattatri was writing this particular stanza, and then he had to finish it with Mauli Ratnam, the Mauli Ratnam that Sita is giving, Dadau gives to you, O Rama, right? So that word, because they all have certain chandas, they have rules of how many words, letters you can fit and all of those things. So when he was writing there, he was struggling to fit to Rama in the end of that sentence there. So that's what the video will show. When you see the video later, it's in Malayalam. Even if you don't understand, you will see he's struggling with how do I write the word to Rama there? And he's already written the rest of the sentence, so he's not able to erase it or he doesn't want to strike it back. So at that time, he gets a darshan of Guruvayurappan as Rama. So he's saying that I'm the one and the same. So that's why in the end he says, Mauli Ratnam Dhadau Te. So because he's writing in first person, he's saying that way Hanuman comes and then he takes the Mauli Ratnam and he gives it to you. Gives it to you as in he's looking at Guru Ayappan. He's saying he comes and gives the Mauli Ratnam to you. Anyway, so that is the summary of Hanuman's journey and all of that which is there. So there's a little bit of a tough stanza, but a very, very beautiful stanza. So we'll switch, time at this. So Sudha, you can be a student, and Vidya Raman, you can be a student. Twadvarta karna nodhyat. Up to that is one word. Twadvarta karna nodhyat. Garuduru java sampati vakya. So that whole line is continuous. And then put a plus vakya. Protirnar nodihi. So the ra that is coming, that becomes a visarga and comma. Protirnar nodihi, comma. Then the rest of the word becomes a. Antar nagari janakajam vikshya tattvanguliyam. So the first line continues. Second line after protirnar nodihi, comma. Then the rest of the line. Twadvarta karnanodyat garudurujava sampati vakya protirnarnodihi antarnagari janakajam bhikshya dattvanguliyam. Sudha, are you there?
Oh, sorry, I don't know. Sorry. Twadvarta karnanodyat garuduruja vasampati. Can you repeat that for me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Garudurujava sampati.
Garudurujava sampati. Twadvarta karnanodyat garudurujava sampati vakya protirnarnodihi antarnagari janakajam vikshya dattvanguliyam. Twadvarta karnanodyat गरुदुरुजव सम्पाति सम्पाति वाक्य प्रोतिर्नानोर्दिः अन्तर्नगरी जनकजां वीक्ष्य दत्त्वाङ्गुलीयम्. Did I make a mistake there?
No, you got it. Correct.
Okay.
Vidya, are you there? Or if
she's having 1 second. Vidya.
okay.
Sorry about that. I had some technical. Tvatvarta karna nodyat kruturuja vasampa kruturuja vasampati sampati bhagya protirnar no tiranta
No dihi anga visarga. No dihi.
No tihi ratnar nakari janakajam vikshya tatvankuliyam.
No dihi kapra next word will start with a antar nagari janakajam. The ra vandu it's visarga and a.
Antar. Okay. Tvatvata karnodyat kruturujava sampati vagya protirnar note antar nakari janakajam vikshya tatvankuliyam.
The first line like garudurujava. No
Garudurujava.
protirnar no dihi. Okay, anga visarga no dihi.
Okay.
Prakshudhyodhyanam, breaking at that ma, im, comma, prakshudhyodhyanam. Next word will start with the a. Akshakshapana chanaranaha. Again a comma. I'll explain a little bit of this after this. Akshakshapana chanaranaha, comma. Soda bhando dashasyam drishtva. So put a plus at the end of that line. Soda bhando dashasyam drishtva, comma. Then Plushtva cha Lankam Jhatiti sa Hanuman Mauli Ratnam Dadote. So the entire Sundarakhandam, which is 2300 stanzas, right? So he's trying to fit it all into one. So he just says very, very quickly here. The first two lines was about giving the ring to Sita. But later on, once you do that, you then kill one of the Hanuman. He kills one of the sons of Ravana, which is called as Akshakumar. He kills him. And then he's then bound with Brahmastra by Indrajit. That's why he gets captured. You then go to the court of Lanka, Ravana, so Dashasyam Drishtva, having met Ravana there, and then going and burning Plishtva cha Lanka, then going and burning Lanka, and then Hanuman Mauli Ratnam Dhadote. You then come back and give the ring to Rama.
Rajesh. In the last line, the Drishtva kapram kadayada. Whole line
comma.
is
Sodabhando Dashasyam Drishtva, comma. Then Plushtva cha Lankam.
So adukapram kama kadayada.
Adukapram kama kadayada. Yeah, it's together.
Okay. Rajeshji, and the first word mattum innur on the split solrela.
Yeah. Prakshu Dhyodhyanam. Im. Okay.
Okay.
Comma. Akshakshapana Chanaranaha. That Akshakshapana is the name of that's the name of the son of Ravana. Akshakshapana Chanaranaha, comma.
Okay, thank you.
Prakshudhyodhyanam Akshakshapana Chanaranaha Sodhabhando Dashasyam Drishtva Plushtva cha Lankam Jhatiti sa Hanuman Mauli Ratnam Dadaute.
Prakshudhyodhyanam Akshakshpanachanarana Sodabando Dashasyam Drishtva Plushtva cha Lankam Jhatiti sa Hanuman Mauli Ratnam Dadote.
The first third line la Chanaranaha Visarga.
Prakshudhyodhyanam Akshakshpanachanarana सोढबन्धो दशास्यं दृष्ट्वा प्लुष्ट्वा च लङ्कां झटिति स हनुमान् मौलिरत्नं ददौ ते.
So again, the third line, la chanaranaha, the sound or no.
प्रक्षुद्योद्यानम् अक्षक्ष्पणचणरणः सोढबन्धो दशास्यं दृष्ट्वा प्लुष्ट्वा च लङ्कां झटिति स हनुमानं मौलिरत्नं ददौ ते.
The drishtva kapran comma, fourth line, okay? Otherwise, you will not be able to say the whole thing together. So after drishtva, there's a comma. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
प्रक्षुद्यो यानम् अक्षशपन क्षणरणषोडबन्धो दशास्यं दृष्ट्वा ब्लिष्ट्वा च लङ्कां झटिति च हनुमान् मौलि रत्नं तदौ ते.
The second and third line, after chanaranaha, also there is a pause, okay?
Chanaranaha. प्रक्षुद्योद्यानम् अक्षशपन क्षणरणः सोढबन्धो दशास्यं दृष्ट्वा ब्लिष्ट्वा च लङ्कां झटिति च हनुमान् मौलिरत्नं तदौ ते.
Rajesh ji, is it Sodabandho or is it Shodabandho?
Sa, S sound, Sodhabandho.
Okay, thank you.
Stanza 4. This is also a tough stanza. Tvam sugrivangadhadi prabala kapichamu chakra vikranta bhumi chakro bhikramya pare jhaladi nishicharendranuja shriyamanaha tatproktam shatruvartam rahasi nishamayan prarthana partya rosha prastagniyastratejaha trasadudadigirā labdhavan madhyamargam. So now Hanuman has come back. So now the rest of now they're going to get to Lanka. So this is kind of talking a little bit about that, of how, they're making the preparations of it, with Sugriva, Angada, and all of that. They didn't reach the shore of the ocean. So at that time, Bibhishana is coming there to meet with Ravana, who comes there. And then so everybody tells Rama, don't take Vibhishana, all of that stuff. But Rama says, anybody who comes with a Sharanagati, I'm going to accept. Even if Ravana comes and surrenders, I'm going to accept. Right? So he then accepts Vibhishana into the camp, and Vibhishana then reveals all the secrets of Ravana, all the things, the flying equipments that Ravana has, all the Maya that Indrajit and Ravana can all put. He kind of talks about all of that, reveals all of those secrets, and with that, then they need to cross the ocean, right? So at that time, they're not able to cross the ocean. So Rama, you are then able to make the way, the bridge itself is going to come in the next stanza only, but you then decide to make a way through the ocean so you can get over to the other side. Tvam Sugrivangadhadi. So Sugriva, Angada, Adi, right? Multiple words in there. Sugrivangadhadi, Prabala, Kapi, Chamu, Chakra, Vikranta, Bhumi, long E, put a plus, Chakro Bhikramya. So that whole first line, and then Chakro Bhikramya, comma, Pare Jhaladhi, Nishicharendranuja Shriyamanaha. Again, that word, you cannot break it. That's one long word. Nishicharendranuja Shriyamanaha. So just whole first line, second line, Chakro Bikramya, comma, then Pare Jhaladi Nishisharendranuja Shriyamana. Tvam Sugrivangadhade Prabala Kapichamu Chakra Vikranta Bhumi Chakro Bhikramya Pare Jhaladi Nishicharendranuja Shriyamanaha.
त्वं सुग्रीवाङ्गदादि प्रबलकपिचमुच्चक्रविक्रान्तभूमि चक्रोभिक्रम्य पारे जलाधि निशिचरेन्द्रानुजा श्रीयमानः.
Second line, Pare Jaladhi.
पारे जलधि निशिचरेन्द्रानुजा श्रीयमानः. त्वं सुग्रीवाङ्गदादि प्रबलकपिचमो विचक्रविक्रान्तभूमिचक्रोऽभिक्रम्य पारे जलधि निशिचरेन्द्रानुजाश्रीयमानः
त्वं सुग्रीवाङ्गदादिप्रबलकपि समूचक्रविक्रान्तभूमिचक्रोऽभिक्रम्य भारे जलति निशिचरेन्द्रानुजोश्रीयमानः त्वं
The second line, after Chakro Bhikramya, the comma. You are pausing after Pare Jaladi. It's before Chakro Bhikramya, comma.
त्वं सुग्रीवाङ्गदादिप्रबलकपि समूचक्रविक्रान्तभूमिचक्रोऽभिक्रम्य पारे जलति निशिचरेन्द्रानुजाश्रीयमानः
ராஜஸ்ரீ
Yeah.
துவம் சுக்ரீவன் வாங்கதாதிக்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு காமா பிரீஃப் பாஸ் இருக்கா?
Yeah, it's continuous now, but if you're not able to say it, if you want to take a break, that's okay. But the word itself is a continuous one. So, I mean, we are not pausing there, but like, for example, same thing with the Pare, Jhaledi, Nishicharendra. You don't have, if you're not able to, you don't have to literally join those words together. Like Pare, Jhaledi, Nishichare. If you want to take a small, that's okay. That's totally fine. We are not stopping there fully. That's all. Tat proktam shatru vartham rahasi nishamayan, comma, prarthana partya rosha, put a plus again, prastagni yastra, that's one word, because it's pras. I mean, if you understand Sanskrit, then you'll see the words coming there. It's prasta agneastra, where Rama is telling the Lord of the Ocean, if you don't give me a way to make, if you don't give me a, if you don't help me create the way, I'll put an agni astram which will evaporate the entire ocean away. So that's why it's prarthana partya rosha prastagni yastra, agni astra, yastra tejaha, and then a visarga comma, that is goes away. So I'll repeat again. Rahasi nishamayan, comma in the third line. The rest of the word continues till tejaha, comma. Trasa dudadhi gira labdhavan madhyamargam.
ராஜேஷி இந்த தேஜஹக்கு அப்புறம் ரேல ஆரம்பிக்குதா த்ரேல ஆரம்பிக்கிறதா?
T-R-A. Tat proktam shatruvartam rahasi nishamayan prarthana partya rosha prastagneastra tejaha trasa dudadhi gira labdhavan madhyamargam.
तत्प्रोक्तां शत्रुवार्ता रहसि निशमयन् प्रार्थना प्रास्ताग्नेयास्त्रतेजः त्रसदुदधिगिरा लब्धवान् मध्यमार्गम् तत्प्रोक्तां शत्रुवार्ता रहसि निशमयन् प्रार्थना पार्थ्यरोष प्रास्ताग्नेयास्त्रतेजः त्रसदुदधिगिरा लब्धवान् मध्यमार्गम्.
The third line, tat proktam shatruvartam, im sound. Both of them have a im sound. Okay. I think Shatruvarta, you said, I believe. I think you said Shatruvarta instead of Shatruvartham.
Okay.
तत्प्रोक्तां शत्रुवार्तां रहसि निशमयन् प्रार्थना पार्थ्यरोक्ष प्रास्ताग्नेयास्त्रतेजः त्रसदुदधिगिरा लब्धवान् मध्यमार्गम्. तत्प्रोक्तां शत्रुवार्तां रहसि निशमयन् प्रार्थना पार्थ्यरोक्ष प्रास्ताग्नेयास्त्रतेजः त्रसतु तदिकिरालप्तवान् मध्यमार्गम्.
That's a fine. कीशैराशान्तरोपाहृतगिरिनिकरैः सेतुमाधाप्य यातून्यामर्द्य दंष्ट्रा नखशिखरिशिला सालशस्त्रैः स्वसैन्यैः व्याकुर्वन् सानुजस्त्वं समरभुवि परं विक्रमं शक्रजेत्रा वेगान्नागास्त्रबद्धः patagapatigarunmarutaiर्mochito bhuh. So this Kisha refers to all these monkeys. So monkeys then bring all sorts of things. So they bring small rocks, they bring large rocks, and then and then they build the setu. They then build the bridge to go to Lanka, and then the war is actually starting. So what will they fight with? They'll fight with whatever they can. They fight with their claws. They fight with their naka, shikari. That's why damshtra. Damshtra refers to the teeth, fangs. Naka refers to nails. So whatever they have, they fight with it. They fight with their teeth, claws, with the rocks, and with the sala shastra refers to the palm trees. They fight with the tree branches and all of that. So with that, the monkeys are beginning to fight. And however, at that time, Ravana's son Indrajit, he's got very strong. Ravana and Indrajit, all of them are strong. So Indrajit then, he then ties Rama, Lakshmana primarily with a Nagastra. So, however, all of you are released by Garuda, who actually comes there. And because the Garuda is a protection against Nagas, against snake. So when they are all bound by it, then Garuda comes and protects them against the Nagastra. So Kishair, I'm just going to break at the Ra so it'll be easier. Kishair Ashantaropahrita. Or you can say the word together also. Kishair Ashantaropahrita Giri Nikaraihi, comma, Setu Madhapya Yato, comma, Yatunya Mardhya, one comma there. And the rest of the word is going to be together. Damshtra Nakha Shikari Shila Sala Shastraihi. Put a is Shastrais Swasainyaihi. कीशैराशान्तरोपाहृतगिरिनिकरैः सेतुमाधाप्य यातून्यामर्द्य दंष्ट्रा नखशिखरिशिला सालशस्त्रैः स्वसैन्यैः.
ईशैराशान्तरोपाहृतगिरिनिकरै ईशैराशान्तरोपाह्यत गिरिनिकरैः सेतुमादाप्य यातुन्यामार्घ्य दंष्ट्रा नखशिखरिशिला शालशस्त्रैः स्वसैन्यैः. Is there anything I have to correct?
Swasainyaihi visarga at the end.
Swasainyaihi.
Yeah, I think some small correction. Keep going. I'll fix it.
ईशैराशान्तरोपह्यतगिरिनिकरैः.
And the word Ashantaropahrita.
कीशैराशान्तरोपाहृतगिरिनिकरैः सेतुमद्दाप्य यातुन्यामार्घ्य दंष्ट्रा नखशिखरिशिला सालशस्त्रैः स्वसैन्यैः.
And the second line, first word, Yatunyamardhya Dhyasam.
यातुन्यामर्ध्य दंष्ट्रा नखशिखरिशिला सालशस्त्रैः स्वसैन्यैः.
Sainyaihi.
सैन्यैः.
அந்த இது வந்து யாத்துன்யா மர்த்யாவா கியாவா?
Dhya sound.
Dhya.
Mardhya.
Okay.
Dhya. D-H-Y-A. Yeah.
गिरैर् आशान्तरोपाहृत गिरिनिकरैः गिरिनिकरैः सेतुमादाव्य यादो यातून्यामर्त्यदं श्रानक शिखरी शिलासालशस्त्रैः स्वसैन्यैः
And the second line,
धीरैः
Vidya, on the second line, like Yatunya Mardya and then comma, okay? Second line.
Okay. कीरैराशान्त रोपाहृद गिरिनिकरैः सेतुमादाव्य यादो यदून्यामार्त्य दंष्ट्रानकशिखरि शिलाशालशस्त्रैः स्वसैन्यैः.
And the Yatu and Yatu, I think I felt like you were trying to join it. And the Yatu, end of the line, there is a comma there, okay? You
Oh,
don't-
shit.
yeah. And then first word,
Okay.
just
Yado
the first,
yathunyamar. Okay.
yeah. And the first word, it's ki shai, sha sound, ki shair.
Na sa chonena.
I think something else you said, yeah, ki shair. Okay. Vyakurvan sanujastvam, comma, samara bhuvi param vikramam shakra jetra, comma, vegan nagastra baddaha. So double na and double dha coming there. Vegan nagastra baddaha, comma, pata gapati garun marutair mochito bhuhu. So one comma after sanu justvam, end of the line, then baddaha. Vyakurvan sanu justvam samara bhuvi param vikramam shakra jetra vegan nagastra baddaha patagapati garun marutair mochito bhuhu.
व्याकुर्वन् सानुजस्त्वं समरभुवि परं विक्रमं शक्रजेत्रा वेगानागास्त्रबद्धः गरुन्मारुतैर्मूर्छितो भूः व्याकुर्वन् सानुजस्त्वं समरभुवि परं विक्रमं शक्रजेत्रा वेगानागास्त्रबद्धः पतगतिगरुन्मारुतैर्मूर्छितो भूः.
Fourth line after the comma, patagapati garun.
पतगपतिगरुन्मारुतैर्मूर्छितो भूः.
व्याकुर्वन् सानुजस्त्वं समरपविपरं विक्रमं शक्रजेत्रा वेकान् नागास्त्रबद्ध पदकपदिकरुन् मारुतैर्मोचितो भूः.
The last line la baddaha. Nagastra baddaha. Visarga.
बद्धः व्याकुर्वन् सानुजस्त्वं समरभुवि परं विक्रमं चक्रजेत्र वेकान्नागास्त्रबद्धः पदकपदिकरुन् मारुतैर्मोचितो भूः.
6. Saumitristwatra shakti prakriti galata survata janita shaila granat pranhanupeto vyakrunuta kusrute shlaginam meghanatham mahyakshobheshu vaibhishana vachana krita stambana kumbhakarnam sampraptam Kampitorvi talamakila chamu bhakshinam vyakshinostum. A lot of things. So when they were Rama and Lakshmana were rescued by Garuda against the Nagastra, then Indrajit, he takes a vow that he's going to get rid of one of them at least by end of that night. And then he puts that Shakti weapon, which then, Lakshmana then faints. Then Hanuman then goes. He goes and lifts the mountain, gets a Sanjeevani there, rescues Lakshmana. Then in the next one, then Ravana is coming and then he's doing all sorts of things. Like he's presenting Sita there in the battlefield as if he's about to chop Sita's head. He's creating all these illusions which look very, very real. So at the time, Vibhishana is the one who is going and telling Rama, remember, I told you all the illusions that Ravana and Indrajit and all of these people can create. So these are all not real. So then, and then eventually Kumbhakarna is finally coming. And when Kumbhakarna comes, he joins the battle, and then he's going and devouring all these army of monkeys because he's massive in size. So, these monkeys are all very small compared to him. So he's literally able to just swallow all these monkeys, and he's creating havoc. And the war has started. That Saumitris Twatra Shakti Prakriti Galada Survata Janita. You cannot break too much there. So Galata Survata Janita Shaila. The whole line together. Put a plus. Granat Prananupeto. Then a comma. So the whole first line. Then after Prananupeto, comma. Vyakrunutha Kusritish Laghinam Meghanadam. Saumitristwatra Shakti Prakriti Galata Survata Janita Shaila Ghanat Prananupeto Vyakrunuta Kusritish Laghinam Meghanadam.
Saumitristvat. Can you do that?
Yes, I got it.
Like a tongue twister. The whole
Saumitristwatra
thing is like a
Shakti.
tongue twister.
Yeah, and the tra sound is coming twice there. Saumitristwatra Shakti.
Saumitristwatra Shakti Praharti Galada Survarta Janita Shaila Granat Prananupeto Vyakrunuta Kusrati Laginam Meghanadam.
Correct.
And the Vyakrunuta, can you repeat that?
Yeah, you got it. It's both the Vyakrunuta and the Kusrutish and the Vyakrunu. Vyakrunuta. The other one is the opposite. Kusrutish.
Vyakrunuta Kusrutish Laginam Meghanadam.
Rajesh.
Yeah.
I missed in the last Sandhi in the second line. அங்க ஷைல கிரானாத்துக்கு அப்புறம் தான் ஒரு காமா தானா அங்க?
Like Granat Prananupeto and then the comma. And the ure comma da ama. Just that one pause.
Saumithrisvatra Shakti Praharti Galada Survata Janita Shaila Granat Prananupeto Vyakrunuta Kusrutish Laginam Meghanadam. Vyakrunuta Kusrutish Laginam Meghanadam.
Rajesh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rajesh, is the first line Tostra or Totra?
Twatra.
Oh, Totra. Okay, thank you.
Saumitris Twatra Shakti Prakriti Kalata Survata Janina Saila Granat Van Va Prananubeta
Prananupeto.
Beto Vyakrunuta Kusrudis Laginam Meganatam Saumitris Twatra Shakti Prakriti Galata Survata Janita Saila Granat Bhananupedo Vyakrunuta Kusrudis Laginam Meganatam.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Like I said, 34, 35, 36 are tough dashakam. So you just have to keep practicing. No other way out. And the words are like that. Mayakshobheshu, comma, Vaibhishana, Vachana, Hrita, Stambhanaha, put a ich sound, Stambhanah, Kumbhakarnam, Sampraptam, then a comma. So for third line after Kshobheshu, comma, then the whole line, and then Sampraptam, comma, Kampitorvithalam, cannot break that word. So Kampitorvitalam Akhila Chamu Bhakshinam Vyakshinos Tvam. This is the best you can break those words there.
So Akhilam plus, Vitalam plus Akhilama.
Akila. No,
Akhila.
Akilam im கிடையாதுங்க. Kampitorvitalam Akhila Chamu Bhakshinam.
Okay.
Mayakshopheshu Vaibhishanavachanahritastambhanah kumbhakarnam sampraptam Kampitorvitalamakhilachamu bhakshinam vyakshinostum.
मायाक्षोभेषु वैभीषणवचनहृतस्तम्भनः कुम्भकर्णं कम्पितोर्वी तलमखिलं चमु भक्षिणं व्यक्षिणोस्त्वं कम्पितोर्वी चमु भक्षिणं व्यक्षिणोस्त्वं मायाक्षोभेषु वैभीषणवचनहृतस्तम्भनः कुम्भकर्णं सम्प्राप्तं कम्पितोर्वी तलमखिलचमुभिभक्षिणं व्यक्षिणोस्त्वं
मायासोभेक्षु वैभीक्षणवसन हृदस्तम्भन कुम्भकर्णं सम्प्राप्तं कम्बितोर्वीतलम् अखिलसमुपक्षिणं व्यक्षिणोस्त्वं मायाशोभेक्षु वैभीक्षणवसन हृदस्तम्भन कुम्भकर्णं सम्प्राप्तं वीतलम् अखिलसमुपक्षिणं व्यक्षिणोस्त्वम्.
Yeah. Stop here today. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Sandhanandhavabodhatmakamanupamitam kaladeshavadibhyam nirmuktam nityamuktam nigamashatasahasrena nirbhasyamanam aspashtam drishtamatre punarurupurushartatmakam brahmatattvam tattavadbhadi sakshat gurupavanapure anta bhagyam jananham कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Thank you so
Bye,
much,
everyone.
Rajesh.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you, Rajesh.
Bye. Bye.